Okay, I'll give him credit where it's due. Obligé. That was one from the vault right there.
Obligé.
Yeah, she
What?
said she'd be our obligé.
Unless
That
you're
is,
here to fix my face.
you cannot call that an overly modern
I
term
don't think
phrase.
you help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently...
I honestly
love
have no
this
idea
guy
what that
and-
even means.
I love this guy in Fallout.
Am I right?
You guessed
I was gonna say, I'm like, we got the ghouls starting.
Haha, hey!
pretty little mug right off. But they still
I mean,
call
this
me
is
Thomas
by the standards of reconstructed World War I faces extremely mild.
How's
Yeah.
your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I
Can a
just
werewolf
escaped
become a
death in the
vampire?
trenches,
Like, is there like an
surrounded
AVP equivalent
again
of
by
like
moans
a
of the
Predalien?
dying.
Can I ask you precisely why?
It depends entirely upon
It's the
the.
pain,
Well,
sir.
okay, in real life,
The drugs
the
don't
answer is no
work.
because werewolves aren't
They
real.
just hurt
Come
under
on.
the scars. If you get my drift.
Yeah, come on, Chris. Only vampires.
So no, we can't turn into we can't turn into werewolves also.
Who is
But yes, no. In terms of fiction, I can't think of. I can think of examples of settings where werewolves can also become vampires, but all of them are bad.
Literally, the only one I can think of is the Elder Scrolls universe, where vampirism is a disease and lycanthropy is a disease, and you can have both at once.
Yeah, because you actually
Can
need
you
to
though?
get. Well, you need to become a.
Oh
okay, so
yeah,
there's-
that's right.
Yeah.
You have to
You-
do some of the companion quests in order to get the vampire stuff.
Well, also in
Can I do
Blood
anything for
Moon,
your pain?
which is the
Nurse is
second
giving me a bunch of
expansion to the
pills.
Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind,
No effect.
becoming a werewolf is actually an
Told you.
obligation of
Like the
the main
flames all over my
storyline
skin
to the
burning
expansion.
away.
You lose your lycanthropy towards the end of it, but you are an obligate lycanthrope as a
Soldier,
direct result
you
of the
need
events of that.
assistance.
And
I'm
so,
fine.
if you couldn't
do
do it as a
something for-
vampire, you couldn't do it at all.
Have you heard rumors of underhand dealings in the hospital?
If you want to know what's going on here, you better talk to Miss.
That said, being a
Yeah, so he's telling
vampire
us
was
the
actually a
same
huge
thing.
drag in Morrowind.
Everything. Especially what she.
Wasn't it usually like the penalties outweigh the benefits in Elder Scrolls games? Like I feel the same was true in in Skyrim. I think it was pretty
Okay,
boring, really.
so the main problem with being a
How
vampire
close are you to Miss
is
Holcroft?
in Morrowind
Are
is
you
that
aware
like
she thinks she is a vampire?
there's no concept of a
Friend,
masquerade in
is the best
Morrowind.
reason
So
to stay here. Every
the only
time
people
she
who will
approaches
talk to
my
you
bed,
or
she
even
treats
deal with
me
you
like
at all
something tasty.
are people who are already willing to deal with vampires, and that's pretty
Aren't you
much
afraid?
two quest
She
givers.
may hurt you. if
And you can't even use fast travel because the fast
Quite
travel places
harmless,
don't like
I
you.
can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted.
For the
on
record,
outside,
she's standing right next to us right now.
She's still deep,
Yeah.
living proof that there's hope for me.
In fact, no, can't quite look over at her.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
Come on, dude. It's not sanitary to
She's
get
only
bitten.
supping a few drops of
He's
blood.
like fucking wuss.
Also,
come
if you
on,
please
dude.
come around this corner for a
It's
second.
real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
Again, right there.
Goodness. She never refers to my scars. And frankly,
And she's got AirPods in. She can't hear us.
I'd join her world. It
I'd
seems
love
much
if
more
the game
fun
actually
than
had that
real.
be canonical. Like, just one random character is from the future and they never acknowledge it.
Where were you
Okay,
stationed?
so I want to say
He's got
something.
an
So
Did you serve for long?
I really
Elwood
don't
said a
wanna
very
talk about all
like
this shit.
a very
No offense.
like Anne
was
Ricey
pushing
fruity
too
kind of
much.
like gothic thing
I
there.
served in France.
But
myself.
the voice actor
I just wanted to know.
committed to it
You were an officer,
and knew how to
weren't you?
do it. And
Yeah,
I think
now
it
we
really
fought the same
worked
war,
right
sir.
there. And I just wanted to point that out.
No offense.
That like as long as you've got somebody who can sell this
Goodbye
dialogue,
for now, Mr. Elwood.
like I still think it's overwritten at times, but there's nothing wrong with it at all. Like there's nothing wrong with it being like really sort of florid as long as you can maintain that sense of like gothic melodrama.
No respect.
Yeah.
What?
Like, I don't have the problem with it
Who are you?
not going
out of
for
my
the
room.
most
There's no need for
contemporary
alarm.
kind of
I'm
dialogue
Dr.
and,
Reid.
trying to play up some
Researcher.
gothic dialogue. It's just often doesn't
Preposterous. Dr. Dr. Reid,
do
you
it
say?
particularly
I don't want
elegantly
some
so
bumbling
far.
intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Yeah, but I think that makes it all the more important to acknowledge when it sort of carried off. Shut up.
The anti-intern sentiment. He's a doctor. How can he be an intern? Come on.
Do we
Shut
wanna see
up!
what
Dr.
Shut Up
Intern.
does?
Yeah, tell her
Shut
to
up.
shut up.
If you continue shouting, I'll have you restrained.
Great
in the
bedside
gallery.
man.
Understood.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones. Indeed.
That's the
Oh,
one we
I
need
didn't
to
actually
talk to.
realize you were Harriet Jones. I just randomly walked in here.
Any other patient, rather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor.
I stand by our
I've
decision.
seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard.
Stop shouting or I'll have you
Despicable.
gag. Oh, Harry Jones, I actually wanted to have a long conversation
Was
with
there a
you.
case of blackmail?
Now, shut up.
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Ooh.
Are you the blackmail?
Is that the first C
You
drop
seem
that
to
we've
know
got in
more
this
about
game?
the goings on here than
I believe it
I
is.
think so.
Beware, Miss Jones, in case.
Damn, that was very out of keeping with like the
That's
general
it.
tone of this
Blame the old and
game.
infirm. I see.
Is it a British thing?
Greedy little eyes.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Waiting for me to
Yeah.
pop off they are.
It
If I know
doesn't carry
better,
the
Miss
same
Jones,
weight
I'd
in
be
British
inclined to
English.
say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, it is
God,
not a
it's
polite
true.
word.
It's
Like,
just the
No.
way it is here.
you don't hear it on the BBC.
Freeze to death
The
before
rest of the
getting
world
you do,
decided
but
it
you
was
don't hear,
not a
like-
good word.
Yeah, you don't hear it
I
like on the
assure you,
news.
madam, this is not an
Well,
investigation.
okay, what about
into
Australia?
possible
Don't they
medical
do it a
error.
lot too?
Oh yeah, but I mean they're like
What's her
just a
name?
brasher
Elsie
version of the
Crane, Hawkins, Brannigan's.
I mean, they were a prisoner colony.
It has like variegated meanings in Australia depending on context and accompanying words.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the
I'm
staff
still upset
behaving
about
in such
Australia because they have a
manner here.
different Chris Franklin and he sucks.
This is your business, Doctor. Not
In general, in
Oh,
Australia,
really?
there's
I
yeah.
swear, one of
The
nurses
one other
had
Chris
killed
Franklin.
some man on hospital hours.
The
Thank
one
you
that
for your
comes up
time,
above
Mr.
me
Jones.
when you Google my name.
You
So
definitely
yeah, the
something.
one other, the one that's still
You
beating
can
me.
feel
the one
good
that-
that you don't say the C word. And he probably
true.
does a lot.
Oh, that's almost certainly true.
So, okay, wait. What did she give us here as far as direction?
You gotta go talk to the three nurses. It's on the screen. If you go back to the screen you were on.
Right, I
Just
know that, but I wanted to know how we got to.
Now
No,
I
it's
still
like
want
it
you
was
to
in
shut up,
details.
but where am I going?
Yeah, wait, hang on.
All right,
Miss
now
Jones,
drink lots of fluids
greetings.
and shut the fuck up.
How do we
I'll be
feel?
back to check on you later.
bring the three nurses in to restrain her, and while they're there, then ask them about
There
this
isn't a
stuff.
poor life needs saving somewhere.
You're just like holding up one index finger behind you without looking, while a nurse holds a gag in both hands, and you're just like kind of like, yeah, wait,
Have
I'm
you
just getting like the
noticed
last
any
information out of her.
suspicious
Hold the
comments
gag.
or
The nurse is just like
It
spritzing
would be a great
sanitizer
deal
on it.
easier to make a list of things
The medical gag.
unsuspicious in this house of
Did they have
charlatans.
proper sanitizer back in the 1800s or early 1900s?
I mean, we did
Yeah,
just go
antiseptics,
to
yeah.
get some from the morgue, so yeah.
Antiseptic is a lot older than people think it
Come
is.
now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
I do like the idea that like
Everyone here.
this hospital is somehow the shitty hospital, and there's some other hospital that remains unnamed that is the good hospital that all of the patients would rather be at.
People have gone missing here, you know.
You're a vampire, but you can only work at the shitty hospital. Because otherwise they notice if a bunch of patients'
If
blood
you
just
could
walks
tell me
out.
Why you were admitted?
It's terrible.
All these
to
patients seem to
what
keep
with
dying
pain
with
in my
these
chest,
bite
coughing
marks
up
on
blood.
them. Oh well.
I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if hadn't.
Oh, and they all lose their blood
too.
too.
I see.
No one comes.
Oh,
to visit
they
me.
just misplaced it. We'll find it
Not
eventually.
even my own flesh and blood.
I'll come
You
and
show up
visit
at the
you
good
shortly.
hospital and like
Good night,
they don't
Mr.
have
Jones.
moody Victorian lighting or like Edwardian lighting. They've just like got actual lights around. Everybody's happy.
It's a modern hospital.
I'll start my
Just in 1918 London.
The nurse was all like, ooh, you think we got supplies? You think we got a cabinet of supplies? And the other hospital was like, of course we have antiseptic. Why wouldn't we? She's like, you know, you can make antiseptic out of common
Where
chemicals.
did these nurses go?
Jonathan Reed's Dark Place.
That's the name of the episode right there.
So one of them is okay. Let's see. We do this, and we magically. Right, there's one of the nurses.
This is a great feature.
Good evening.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, like, A+ names in this game, but also I like the feature where you can just look around and spot, like, the NPC you need to talk to. That's great. Every game should have
The
that.
people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
So
that's a
we
yes.
should
Have
also-
you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
She looks awesome, too.
That was it. Just a quip.
Yeah.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Goodbye, nurse. For when the nurse is, like, just a normal lady. And not like a cartoon.
Vampires, please arrest Ruthskarn. Ooh. If a citizen is behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. We can tell when someone's lying because their heart turns yellow or something.
Just like vampire future cop.
Is this the part that leads us astray? This might be the part that leads us astray. So if you go through that...
You're sure you
Well,
don't come
let's
back
do
with
it.
me?
Nah, I ought to see someone at the
Oh,
hospital.
no.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Hospital.
You're the one with all the
I don't
blood
like
on you.
hospitals or doctors.
Charlie Chaplin.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find
I don't
this
like
useful.
hospitals or doctors. I can't do a Cockney accent to save my fucking life. I don't know
Pause
why
for a
we keep
free
doing this.
medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
All I want is for
I
your
don't
Cockney
read well.
accent to get like
Thank
30
you,
to
I guess.
40% worse over the course of the series. That's all I want.
I do appreciate how, like, the character models in this game don't just look like one character model with a different face attached to it.
Oh,
yeah.
no, they're all like custom made. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort.
So if we go down here, this is entering the death dungeon of fighting, but I think we're kind of locked in at this point.
Yeah, can we leave?
I think it's locked behind us.
Alright, see ya.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight.
Eat him! Eat him!
That's
He's
my
dressed
mate.
badly.
Can't find him
He's
anywhere.
Colonel
I'm Dr.
Mustard.
Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital.
His name is
Please,
Blight.
calm down and give me more details.
That means
Oswald
he's
and
sick.
myself were both infantry, sir.
And
We were en route to the
delicious.
hospital, but-
Alex, you're not a medical professional, are you, by any chance?
And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long?
And your
Well-
your name is
I can't go
Roger
there.
Thyroid Cancer. Oh my
Killing
god!
Rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches.
Okay, that's a
suffer
great
from
excuse for being afraid of
I'll
rats.
see what I can do for your friend.
Okay, Newton Blight is actually kind of a great name.
This is a dangerous part of town.
I know I keep saying that, but
We were looking for the Pembroke
it's
Hospital.
very easy to end up with like really dumb sounding British names if you're trying to go for something that is like
Yeah.
period appropriate and over the
Get
top.
some sleep.
And
It sounds like
they don't
if
do
you
that.
go
They
to
sound...
like a
Sir.
Go ahead.
sounds like if you
What
go
can
to
you
a
tell me
small
about this?
town
I'm
in
Oswald's
like
best friend.
middle America,
We served in the same
and like
regiment,
it's
sir.
everyone there is from like a
Take care
diaspora
of each other since we came
from
back
some
from the
European
front.
country. Like on the placard that explains why
tell me
Newton
about your
Blight
friend?
will be
His
like
name is
the
Oswald
reason
Thatcher.
why everyone emigrated.
We survived the war together.
Like, oh, they had to leave
Oswald
because the
is-
Newton Blight killed their staple
Nervous and
crop
quite fragile since we came back from the
of
war.
Twizzlers.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
So they had to
went down
move
by
to
the canal.
I thought that
buttfuck,
We didn't want to
Minnesota.
go to the hospital.
I thought that
You
comment
finally
was going
track
to go
him
in a very
down, and it's
different
just
direction.
this guy punching
go after
like wheat plants.
just like running pell-mell through a field of wheat, grabbing fistfuls of it and throwing it in the air. Just like grabbing some of it and rubbing it against his crotch, like, oh, you're gonna eat this wheat, huh?
Did that not give us a quest?
No, he just is another guy, and you could talk to him, and you could find out more
Right,
about
but
him.
he wants us to go find the, where's the damn... That's main quest.
I think you weren't supposed to talk to him until after you finished the damn mission.
Is that guy also down in the sewers? Was that where...
No, I think you're supposed to, like, the idea was you would go down in the sewers, complete the story, come back and then talk to him, and then start the next quest. I think maybe it won't start until you've completed the current quest.
Alright, well, let's see what happens. Leave it to me to sequence break the game. Wait, did it say popular or poplar sewers?
Poplar.
Popcorn.
Like,
Okay.
they're the popcorn chicken sewers. I don't see what's so weird about them.
He's locked the door behind him.
Sponsored by
Okay.
Amazon's
I need to find another
Biodome Coliseum.
For reasons we have already discussed, I'm 100% qualified to say that sewer-themed popcorn is not very good.
That's what
Is that what you
people
think?
had back in the day. They didn't have all the luxuries to be able to use butter for snacks. They had to keep it for other things.
Josh, heal
To
yourself.
have sewer corn, as they called it.
What?
This
Heal
man
myself.
has been
What?
savagely attacked.
Oh,
and dragged
that's
to
your
the
blood
floor.
level, not your health level. Eat some blood, Josh.
Yeah, just get down on your hands and knees and lap up that delicious, delicious sewer blood.
We're gonna accidentally pull out our gun.
you go to press stun, and it just like turns into gun, like after you've already pressed the button. Oh my god, this is so much fun to watch. Partially because I think that's supposed to be, that's like a saw or something, right? You're holding? Like that's a saw?
Yeah, it's a
It's a bone saw.
It looks like an umbrella because of the compression.
We're basically the penguin. It's cool.
I would love a game where you play as an Edwardian gentleman and you wield a fucking umbrella as your main offensive weapon. Just like do single stick combat.
A common barbed cudgel.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. This is what I, a doctor and gentleman walking the streets of London, have been looking for this whole time.
Wait. Oh,
like
it's
a
a two-handed.
billhook?
Okay, well then. That is a used scythe.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
What is
thank
a
you.
billhook?
A billhook is
So
something
kind
used
of
for
pull
gardening.
on.
It's like you. No, it's not. It is like.
Well, there is a billhook, kind of.
I mean, yes, but like it is like it's just like a horticultural instrument you use to like hack down things that have a little more density, like, you know, branches more, or like shrubs.
I keep hearing... This isn't where we're supposed to go, but I keep hearing something over this way. What? Someone yelling. Citizen to
Can you
save.
imagine the social scandal if you're caught out in society with
Citizen-
a common barbed cudgel?
Okay, I think this is the thing that the guy was talking to us about.
Okay, but who's the lady? We know the lady.
That's the vampire thing. That's... How do I get to it?
Did you know you can
That's
vary
the lady who
attacks?
thinks that she's a vampire. That's actually new, because I hadn't been using a two-handed weapon for... Where is my weapon?
what's
You have to go in
interesting?
combat mode. You have to walk up and hit A.
So I heard a lot of people talk about this game because I won't say people recommended it to me per se, but like I listened to it
So-
being recommended a lot, and like a lot of people were into it and were tweeting about it, and I never looked too much into it. And the funny thing is, up until we literally started this season, I did not know that like this was representative in any way of like the vampire experience. Like. Just going through even like a few minutes ago, we were like going through all those menus, and there's like the charts of like people we've talked to, and it has like this kind of like almost Assassin's Creed-y feeling to it, where it's like here is the content, like proceed through the content. Like I guessed that it was going to be a lot more intimate than that. And it makes me wonder, like, did I not hear about that stuff because people who played it, that wasn't the part that stuck out to them? Because that wasn't the stuff that got marketed? Like, why did I not know that the game was like this?
I was always kind of under the impression that it was like bad action-y combat and decent RPG stuff.
I need to get out.
I'm Dr.
It's really more like bad action combat and a Life is Strange adventure game where you get to make moral choices.
Take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, this is that guy.
I don't know how you could say to that. You're literally playing it like it's what I'm saying is true and you know.
Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night.
Now this is a really interesting mix between Simon Pegg and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Oh god, now that you say it, I can't unsee it.
It's like if you de-aged Simon Pegg to about 14 years old, but he kept the facial hair.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Mm-hmm. Oh man.